This is the Family Style Podcast. Episode 3. The Republic of Buffalonia.
Greetings, salutations, and welcome to what is undoubtedly your favorite podcast of all time, the Family Style Podcast. The Family Style Podcast, of course, is the podcast where you sit around the table, the dinner table, that is, with all your dear old friends. Who are your dear old friends? Well, we've got Heather, you never told me what your title was going to be, so the King of Pittsburgh Toilets. That's Heather. Sir Queen of Pittsburgh Toilets. Heather. The boss of the titty sauce, Ashley.
The sauce lady.
The sauce lady. And our very own special guest this week, our very own resident robo-chef, Sarah, coming at you from Buffalo, which means we have to talk about weird northern upstate New York foods. We'll get to that, though. But anyways, yes, the Family Style Podcast. We were like, it's just going to be, a podcast where we just hang out, and then it inevitably turns into food, and we'll see what happens this week. But anyways, yes, Family Style Podcast, FamilyStyleNetwork.com. We got a lot of good stuff going on over there. We have a blog and we have a Discord server. If you're not in the server, get your ass in the server. It's the best damn community on the internet. I stand by that firmly, and I really genuinely believe that. All of us met almost 6 months ago, and we've become really good friends because of that. And now we're doing a fucking podcast. Damn. So highly recommend you check that out. Otherwise, we'll start off with our first segment where we roll into what everybody's dinner plans are for the evening. I will go ahead and throw it over to Heather. What did you or are you doing for dinner this evening?
Well, I already had dinner, and Tim will be disappointed because he told me to have pizza with pineapple on it.
Yeah, we talked about that.
To be fair, I can't love or hate it because I've never had it. And no offense, but it intimidates the shit out of me. Like, I'm afraid to get a whole pizza and have it taste like shit, and maybe I'll just get like a can or something and just like pour it on top or something.
Well, and then you can't do that though because it won't bake into it, so it'll be like raw pineapple, and that would probably not be very good. I like our other Australian brother Daz's suggestion, which was like, okay, so here's what you got to do: you got to get the pizza dough going, get it all out, get everything set, and you're gonna get it was like 25 steps, and he's like, all right, get some rocket lettuce on that bitch after you bake it. And it was like, that's not, and I'm like, I almost jumped in and was like, that's not what we do on stateside. That's way fancier than what we do for pineapple pizza over here. Like, nobody's putting spinach on a pineapple pizza over here, but whatever.
Right. But I figure I throw that out there before Tim's like, oh, did she have it? Did she have it? No, Tim.
Womp womp. Sorry, Tim. Womp, womp. Our bad.
But to keep to my Pittsburgh roots, I had
a pizza with the toppings cold?
No, I had a chicken salad with French fries in it. Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. Pittsburgh salad. That was still my favorite thing from the first episode. You were like, apparently putting French fries in your salad's a Pittsburgh thing. We were like, what the fuck? Wait, what kind of salad are you talking about? And you were like a salad, like with lettuce. I'm like, what?
Yeah, because I remember we went, I think, either Delaware or North Carolina. We went somewhere to eat, and I got a chicken salad, and I was like, can I get fries with that? They're like, for what? Like, to put it in. You put fries in a salad? I'm like, you don't?
Fuck it. It's, Pittsburgh.
I would say, in your defense, Heather, I've heard of a Pittsburgh salad prior to this. So we have them here. So it's not strange for us to think of French fries in a salad because people do it. So
my girl.
It is a thing. Yes.
It's slowly oozing out. Next thing you know, Sarah's going to have a weird toilet in her basement and just all hell breaks loose. That's just how it works. Pittsburgh just kind of starts creeping into everybody else's lives. Yeah,
You're
good
welcome.
Times. Oh, Sarah, I'm going to throw it to you. What did you or are you doing for dinner besides nursing a delicious beverage?
This is true. So tonight we're having meatloaf, aka meat cake, right?
I love me some meatloaf.
And then, exactly, it's so good. And some of that delicious mashed sweet potatoes we did that one day. Yes. So it's just like a little bit of butter with the pumpkin spice seasoning. Like, it's fire. I've never really tried anything like that before. Like, typically it's like the sugary butter.
Oh, yeah.
But just like making it more desserty, but it's like, this is just...
Yeah, and I imagine the seasoning, and if you're not going too heavy on if you're using just the natural sweetness of the potatoes, it would probably be like a good Yeah. I still haven't tried that. I forgot about that recipe, so I'm going to have to dig in and try that because that does sound really good. I like that idea.
It's too.
We should probably explain, I guess, because like we take it for granted, like, oh, Midwest Americans, meatloaf, yeah, like, you know, I'd imagine like Tim and like half the Australians in the server now, and Allie and all of our friends worldwide are probably like, the fuck is meatloaf? Ugh, it sounds terrible. And I don't know that they have anything like that anywhere else in the world. I imagine that's some weird like podunk American thing. I'd have to imagine. It's fucking delicious, but typically meatloaf is like. It depends. Usually it's some kind of ground meat or mince, as they would call it on the other side of the world. Some places get crazy, or some home chefs make it crazy, and they do like 3 kinds. They'll do, veal and beef and pork. You know, there's no set recipe for it. It's basically some kind of ground meat, a binder, which is usually breadcrumbs, some eggs, and then like spices of your liking, and then you kind of mix it all together. And then I've seen all sorts of weird fuck shit. I've seen like people that like put giant hunks of bell pepper sticking out of it and shit. I've seen people that put boiled eggs throughout, so when you cut the slices of it, Ashley puts the boiled eggs.
Yeah.
All right.
We do 3 of them.
Yep. Okay, so so Ashley, I'm gonna send you a YouTube video I found. It's how to make a long egg, which is like one of those long tubular eggs, and you can put it throughout the entire meatloaf. Whoop. Yeah, there you go.
Gonna have to try that.
So
Weird.
I need a blog post and or a YouTube video of you making meatloaf with a long egg. I'll share that after the show. But and so basically it's like you take all that so basically the bare minimum. Breadcrumbs, meat, seasonings of whatever, and then like egg, and you just like mix it in a bowl and then squish it all together, and then you form it into a loaf. A lot of people put it in a loaf pan. I like to use the Alton Brown technique, which is to form it on a sheet pan so that the whole thing gets crispy all the way around. Mm-hmm. And then you bake it and you slice it into loaves, and it's like meat bread, but you slice it and eat it. And usually, with like a couple vegetables, potatoes, like, it's just good, man. It's just delicious. Try it. I promise. You'll love it. But that is
so there's
meatloaf.
like, I don't know if this is like a US thing. I'm just like turning into a US versus, not versus, but comparison here.
US versus everybody else.
I think
Fuck all y'all.
America. But, so, like, I know there's, like, a great debate of, like, do you put ketchup in it or barbecue sauce? Like, I know that's a thing.
Yep. That's...
So it's like, I feel like we have a little bit of a survey going on. So, like, I do ketchup. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
Well, so I don't put any in it. I don't put any in it. I usually put a little Worcestershire sauce in it, but I don't put anything in it as far as sauce. I do a glaze, and the glaze is got ketchup in it, but it's got other stuff in it, too.
I never thought about putting it in it. I've usually put it on top or barbecue sauce with cheese. And
Veronica actually puts like she stuffs hers with cheese, and like I was like, that's weird, and then I tried it and I was like, holy shit, oh my god, yeah, chef's kiss, like, mwah, oh my god, like, yeah, fire. Ashley,
like,
what do you do?
God, yes.
Ashley's over here furiously typing, oh my god, meatloaf, long eggs, and fucking cheese. Cheese and sauce.
Well, I guess.
So what do you do for yours, ketchup-wise?
My family makes it 2 different ways. So when my parents got divorced is when my dad started venturing making his own. So my mom sticks with the typical, we do ketchup and mustard in hers. And she does a spicy mustard, mix it together. We put almost whole onions in it. We put peppers in it. Obviously the breadcrumbs. She doesn't do the egg, though. That's what she used the breadcrumbs for. My dad uses the eggs and a little bit of breadcrumbs and mainly barbecue sauce and Worcestershire sauce. And sometimes we'll sprinkle some other stuff in there. But we like big onions in his, peppers, and then I'll have to try the tubular egg. We usually do 3, so no matter what slice you get has tubular eggs.
I'm
no matter
so
what slice you
that
get,
video.
You get egg in it. I'm gonna do it. I'll learn how to do it.
I'm gonna send you that video,
interesting.
and literally, I'm gonna get a message one night. It's gonna be like, I got really high and I did it.
I missed it with that. I have to start doing that again. I used to do it on Twitch during COVID. I would stream me getting blitzed off my booty, and then I would make essentially recipes that are in metric, and I would have to convert them into English.
Why would you do that?
Because it's fun, and I was watching the British baking show, and they all used the metric, and I wanted to make their recipe.
And she didn't know Benji or Allie at the time, so
no,
that's fair. Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
I like doing math, and it's something fun and crazy. And did they fail every time? Yep. They did.
So Sarah's blog posts are going to be her just getting progressively more and more schlocked on like some kind of Jack Daniels beverage, and yours is just going to be you doing recipes while you're blazed.
Camping season. I think that's the time. That's like officially the time.
There you go.
Like,
yeah, there we go.
I was gonna be like, here, hi guys.
YouTube. That's gonna be the YouTube channel. High Times with Ashley.
What?
Oh man. Oh yeah. No, that's good. I'm adding it to the idea document. That's gonna be a thing. We're set. Well, speaking of Ashley, what's your dinner plan, or did you already eat dinner? How's dinner going in the other side of Pennsylvania?
I don't have any dinner plans. My child decided to ditch me for the night, went to my mother's, so I'm by my lonesome. So
another $35 in Taco Bell from across the street. Eh?
Oh, that was a lot of money. I don't know, and I ate all of it. All the shame I did.
For all the people that don't know, and again, this is why you got to join the Discord, because this stupid shit, this that's going on right now, this happens all day, every day. Just while we're at work, while we're going on about life, this is the conversations we have. We just figured we record it because people might want to listen to it. Ashley sends into the Discord earlier. She's like, God, I spent $35 on Taco Bell for myself. And I was like, the fuck did you order? And she's like, I ordered this, and this. And it was like $12 worth of shit. Yep. I was like, how the fuck was it $35? She goes, I should say that I door dashed it and it was across the street. I was like, oh.
Take it off my balcony.
That makes more sense. She was like literally, I can see it from my apartment window. I was like, all right. Hey, judgment-free zone, Planet Fitness up in here. Whatever.
She's like poking her head out, like, "Are you done yet?"
You can see them making it.
Yeah, you're literally just watching them make the food.
I see you put secret sauce in there.
And your driver was like, "Fucking really? This bitch is gonna tip me $1 because I'm going 20 feet, and I'm gonna have to."
I always tip them 20 or more. Over here. No, I always tip them good. When I used to DoorDash, I had someone
20% or $20.
20%.
Oh, they were like, God damn, money bags.
No.
Right?
20%. They're escorting my food across the road, for God's sake. I mean, it's like it's reasonable.
Playing
but when I used to DoorDash, there's a McDonald's closer than Taco Bell to my apartment complex. When I DoorDash, I got McDonald's from there and brought it to someone in this apartment complex. It was like, oh, come on. Like,
so you realized that you had to just do the same thing? Like, that just was a necessity? Like, all right, fuck it. I guess I'll do it too. That adds up.
I was like, it's payday. I'm feeling lazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, why not? Oh, all right. Well, for me, God, nothing. I'm sitting at the store earlier, and I'm like, I don't really have a ton of time to cook a bunch of shit because I'm doing this thing. It is not. I was told no pizza. Actually, bunch of fucking bullshit. I was told no fucking pizza no more, and then stepdaughter's birthday was like a couple weeks ago, and she was like, I want pizza. I was like, bitch. What the fuck?
We're not allowed. Sorry.
You guys flipped out on me for the pizza, and then she wanted pizza. Now, granted, she wanted pizza from a place we don't normally get it from because it's kind of expensive, so okay, it's kind of different, but it's not. It's the same damn thing. It's still pizza. But anyways, so I'm sitting here, I'm like, what am I going to do? Yeah, can't do pizza because, everybody hates that. I'm like, I don't really want to spend a ton of money on carry-out. So I ended up just settling for a, bunch, 4 $5 bags of shrimp stir fry from the local grocery store and some stir fry sauce. And I'm just gonna whip that up real quick and sure. And then I still have half of a burrito from last night that I'll probably eat too because it's Friday, so fuck it. And just a little smorgasbord of nonsense. That's kind of where I'm at. So yeah, nothing really interesting going on over here. No, I don't know.
Fancy meals from Taco Bell?
Oh, no. Yeah, no. Okay, a couple things. We'll go Taco Bell first. Okay. First and foremost, I should say there was a night not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, and you talking about Taco Bell and $30 made me think of this. Had a couple drinks, was feeling pretty good, and decided to get Taco Bell, and I think I was eating by myself because I want to say everybody else was not here. And so I ordered a quesadilla with all the meats they have. So that was cool. It was pretty good. It was like $16 for just the quesadilla from Taco Bell. Highly recommend that. But the other thing I wanted to bring up, Ashley, I thought of you immediately. Work this past week, like 2 or 3 days ago, I had a guy ask if we could order Scrapple by the case. And I was like,
Damn.
You know, strangely enough, I know what that is now because of reasons. I cannot order Scrapple by the case. My company does not carry Scrapple. He was like, if I was in Pennsylvania, I'd be tripping over the shit. I'm like, yeah, I know. I just learned that about a month ago. But I was there, I'd be tripping over the shit. So immediately thought of you because the guy tried to order Scrapple. He wanted a whole case of it because his family loves it.
Was it personal use?
It was personal use. We do get people occasionally. So, you know, I work in the food service, like grocery business, and it's a food service company, and we have store locations too. We're open to the public, and we get customers that'll come in, and like we deal with a lot of business, a lot of wholesale, so restaurants and hospitals and stuff like that. They'll get stuff from us, but we get a lot of customers like that are just regular retail customers that'll come in and be like, man, you guys got they're called fiestadas, and they're octagonal pizzas that are basically what you used to get in high school. They're like Mexican style pizza. People buy those by the case because they're so good. I'm like, they're not that good, but like, oh my god, I love these in high school. Dude, a case is 72. What the fuck are you doing with 72 of those pizzas? And how big is your freezer? Because the case is this big. And a fun note, most food that comes in bulk is literally a garbage bag with the food in it, and it's in a box. Just a little life pro tip for everybody about how food service works. It's literally just a garbage bag in a box. But yeah, we get customers that'll just come in and order weird shit like, yeah, you guys got any Scrapple by the case? Like maybe 15, 20 pounds. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing with that much? For business use. One year on Thanksgiving, it was my first Thanksgiving with this company. This guy calls, and it's like the day before Thanksgiving, and he's like, hey, do you guys have 5-gallon buckets of sweetened condensed milk? And I was like, no, unfortunately we don't. He got super pissed at me and said, thanks for ruining my family's Thanksgiving, and hung up the phone. I'm like, what are you doing with y'all ever use 5 gallons? Y'all ever sweetened condensed milk in general? You know what you use? Like half a can about this fucking big. That's what where's my fingers? They're there. Half a can about that big. This guy was pissing me. I didn't have a 5-gallon bucket of it. I'm like, what in the So
what are you doing?
People are crazy. People are super crazy.
Yeah.
And that's also where the titty sauce guy came from. My job. That's where titty sauce came from. Yeah, we have a new clip on YouTube. Family Style Network at YouTube. Check out the titty sauce.
Titty sauce.
Titty sauce. Yeah.
I can't shape it though, because I've gone to a restaurant store to buy shit, like especially when it comes to parties. Because you guys have the big ass
but no. Don't get me wrong. That makes sense. Like certain stuff makes sense. If I'm planning a party, or we sell like frozen entrees. Like you get those Stouffer's lasagnas. Well, we have our own version of that are way better, and it's all sorts of different stuff. That stuff makes sense to me. What doesn't make sense to me is somebody that's like, I need a 20-pound box of Scrapple for my home use. It's like, what the fuck are you doing with that much?
Scrapple for the year.
Right. I'm like, what are you like? What the. So yeah, I get weird, like, some guy was asking me if we sold whole 40-pound wheels of cheese. I'm like, is it home and we do. Is it for home or business? He's like, oh, it's just for home use. I'm like, what are you fucking doing with a 40-pound wheel of goddamn cheddar cheese? Like, cheese lasts a long time, but not that. Yes. Cheese lasts a long time, but not that long. My God. So anyways, yeah, I don't know where that tangent even came from, but yeah. Oh yeah, somebody asked about Scrapple this week, and so that happened to me, and I had to be like, oh man, I know what that is now, because I have a friend that eats Scrapple occasionally. Yay. All right, so that's what everybody's doing for dinner. Now we get to move on to our next segment, everybody's favorite segment, where we get our guest on and we have to make them explain themselves with these weird food options we have. Actually, shockingly, not that crazy this week. So apparently Pennsylvania is just real weird, and Australia is all sorts of fucked up. With their face full of Devon and all that shit. Looking at you, Tim.
Fairy bread.
Tim and Steph and Daz. But, yeah, fairy bread. But, yeah, now we got to talk. We got to talk about weird buffalo foods. Weird buffalo foods. So let's see what we got. Let's move this screen over here so I can make sure that's good. Weird buffalo foods. So all I was really able to find... Oh, shit. Hold on, guys. I fucked it up. There it is. I got it. So the screen paused for a minute there. That's going to look great on video. There we go. So all I was really able to find was 9 strange food combinations only people in Buffalo will love. So I don't know, Sarah, explain yourself with this shit. So the first one is pierogi and chicken wings.
Ooh.
Is that like a thing?
Okay. So like chicken wings, 100%.
Oh, well, no shit.
Definitely
Yeah,
a
Buffalo.
thing.
Yeah, got it.
Like, yeah, they're delicious. They're tasty. I feel like you really can't mess up a chicken wing, but it's possible. Like, let's be honest, it is possible.
There's places around here that would tell you that you are wrong.
So chicken wings, yes, for sure a thing. As far as like pierogies, people or as far as like that goes, like people who like it being like traditional of their family to like homemade pierogies.
Yeah.
So like I'll see quite a bit of that of just like check out grandma's recipe, and then people just holiday season just you'll see. I mean, I usually see posts of people just like making hundreds and hundreds of pierogies, and that's just like more of like a family traditional thing that happens around here. But I mean, like,
yeah,
that's even not
I dated a girl in high school, and like her family, like whatever reason, every holiday they would have giant like 6-hour long pierogi party where they would like just make like all these different. Yeah, it was like a whole thing, hundreds, and then that was basically the staple of every holiday. It was like, all right, well, cool.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Hot dogs with a whole ass pickle slice in the hot dog. So instead of relish, you guys just put whole ass slices of hot dog, like pickles in your hot dogs.
That one's kind of getting me a little bit. So I have, because I have never seen that in my entire life. So it's like, I'm just almost now curious at what establishment or where, like who's shoving a whole ass pickle into a hot dog.
I forgot to share my screen. Let me show you what I'm looking at here.
I was going to say, I was like, I can't
Let me go live. So there it is. It's literally a hot. It's kind of small, but it's a hot dog, and literally, it's just a whole ass fucking slice of pickle, like like literally. Oh man, let's make a pickle slice the size of a hot dog, and just add that to this hot dog.
So I think that's more of like for garnish. I can't imagine anybody just like eating a whole ass pickle.
Ashley's face is my favorite thing. It's just sheer confusion. Like, oh my god.
It reminds me of a coney.
It looks like a coney, and like most people would do relish, little tiny bits of it. That's just a whole ass slice of pickle.
Right.
And I looked on multiple websites and found the same thing. So, harumph.
Fuck pickles.
So strange.
I'd rather not fuck pickles. That sounds like a urinary tract infection. Oh,
yeah. So I will say that of all the time in my life, I've never seen that. Like, I've never seen anybody. Like, usually it's like relish, or again, like that being just a garnish. Oh,
apparently it's a place called Ted's. There's a place called Ted's that's famous for it. I don't know.
Which I feel like I've heard of that place before. I've never been.
This is one of my favorite things is when we pull up, like, it happened to me too. We pull up weird shit from like your local food, and like there's like people on the show are like, what the fuck is that? I don't even know. So I like it. I'm a fan. So yeah, Ted's whole ass slice of pickle. That sounds
gross.
Yeah.
Unique.
Gross.
Interesting.
Gravy, cheese curds, and French fries. I mean, that makes sense because you guys are real close to Canada, just like I am. Poutine is fucking delicious.
Hell yeah.
Poutine is so good.
What
do you mean what? We've talked about poutine. Yeah, so actual poutine. So like I know who the fuck was it? We talked about Heather or somebody had, they might have been Pittsburgh, like had like gravy and fries. It was just like, and they were missing some steps. So it's cheese curds. So like, Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuppet eating her curds and whey. So it's the curds.
What's a curd?
Okay, so so when you make cheese.
Don't do that, Sarah.
When you make cheese.
Like, you've never heard of cheese curds?
When you make cheese, you basically add some kind of, you add compounds to milk, which then causes it to separate into curds and whey. So the curds become cheese. And then what happens with the cheese turns into different types of cheese depending on how from there you then age it and do different shit. So it's basically, imagine like the best way I could explain it is like it's almost like little mozzarella balls. Like little mozzarella, like it's real. It doesn't have a lot of flavor to it, but it's got a lot of chewy texture, kind of squeaky, like, yeah, it's good. And so it's cheese curds. So like the best way I can explain it is it's typically a good poutine would be crispy fries, brown gravy, little mozzarella bites, except they're not really mozzarella. It's like more like a cheddar, but it's not. It's, I don't know. And then, yeah, it's just delicious. I highly recommend it. We have it this way too because we're so close to Canada.
Yums.
Looks delicious.
I'm a fan.
I just didn't know what cheese curds were.
And that's
Never
gravy,
had
not
cheese
sauce.
Yes, gravy, not sauce. And it's not red gravy, it's brown gravy, the shit you put on
There's no
turkey.
such-
Ashley
Mashed
2023,
potatoes.
quote unquote.
there ain't no such thing as red gravy. It's I'm not gonna discuss it again.
Red gravy pasta. I'm not getting into this again. Pizza wings and blue cheese. Sorry.
Wait,
Blah,
the blue
cheese.
cheese
Yes.
is like a bother. So blue cheese is like I don't want to say it's like big here, but it's definitely a staple.
Blue cheese is like a weird white sauce that's made out of cheese that has gone bad, basically.
Delicious.
So I don't mind blue cheese. It's like when it's like understanding that like there's literally pieces of mold in there.
Literally, blue cheese is like rotted
Yes.
cheese.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's like I don't mind it, but it's like if I'm eating something and I have blue cheese, it's like like there's no chunks on my stuff. Like I might dip it in there, but it's like I cannot
I just,
eat that.
I can't.
Mother's Nature's penicillin.
Ew, what is wrong with you? Oh, God.
She had too much sauce.
Too much
titty
sauce. Too much titty sauce. Bison dip.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What is
Okay.
bison
So
dip?
bison dip is basically like equivalent. So that's more of like a brand. So it's like French onion dip,
Okay.
basically. So typically like you're dipping your chips into it. It's just like
Yeah,
so like that's like a staple for gatherings, like football games, whatever. Like you just
So
you
this
get bison
says
dip.
veggies, yup. Chips, yup. Breads, yup. Burgers and fries. Why not? When I dip, you dip, we dip.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
So I think it's more of like the brand. being,
Yeah.
like, a
So that
staple
was
for
the brand thing that was one of the brand things I saw that was like not normal. What about horseradish and mustard?
So
Weber's
I
brand.
would say
Is that another brand specific?
so. I'm not familiar with this brand. Not saying it doesn't like exist around here. But I think typically like the horseradish is like for like roast beef or like beef on weck sandwiches. So I think it's more of like
We'll get to that in a minute. That's a little further down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little further down. Okay.
it's just like another condiment staple, basically.
Hot green tomato pickle lily relish. What the fuck?
What the hell?
I don't know.
What Texas
My
sandwich
favorite,
sauce?
Hot Texan sandwich sauce.
Whew.
Because Dijon
I
mustard is
did
for
the Jewish
pussies.
grandmother.
Ciabatta's marinade and salad. Nothing beats
Eh?
the sweet smell of ciabattas in the summertime, and when grilling season comes,
Oh,
you'll likely find. Oh, apparently they call you Buffalonians.
apparently that's the thing. So I don't know if it's pronounced that way. So we usually call it like chivettas.
Chivettas. Oh, that actually, yeah. No,
Chivettas.
my dumbass cannot fucking read. Yep, that's legit what it is.
No.
Chivettas.
No, I love that you put a little sauce on what you're saying.
Sauce,
You know what I mean? There's a little
chivettas.
spice on what you're saying. I like it. So like chivettas is like your token. So it's like your token chicken marinade. Like so like if they like say like fire halls or like anything like that. Basically, it's like you're coming for chivetta's chicken. Like you're coming for that specifically
Okay.
marinated chicken.
Flavor.
To me, that so we have like a couple competitors in the area, I guess, as far as like chivettas. So chivettas to me is like a little saltier, vinegary more than I would probably like. Not saying it's bad, but we also have like this other place called Widener's. So they do a similar version of that marinade, but to
Okay.
me it's a little bit.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, it looks like just a big gallon-sized jug of stuff.
Something.
Stuff. Okay. Well, good. I can fuck with a good marinade. I'm good with that. I also love that they call you Buffalonians in this article. That's good. Buffalonian. I love it. Roast beef and frozen custard. Apparently, roast beef and custard is a classic combination in Buffalo thanks to Anderson's.
So Anderson's, I'm not familiar. Again, not saying it doesn't exist. So yeah, like beef on weck sandwiches, like that's like your token.
One of the other things I
Like-
saw was, ordering beef on Wex with extra juice.
Yeah. Like extra, like au jus or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
So like the roast beef just like cooks in this like
It's basically like
Daffy.
seasoned beef broth. Like you get a French dip sandwich, like that's got that kind. Yeah, it's like that.
Yep.
But apparently,
Yeah.
well, and so I understand because occasionally I watch like Food Network related shit. My understanding is there's actually places that serve burgers and beef on Wex sandwiches where they just dip the whole fucking thing into a vat of au jus, which to me sounds like a dumpster fire of deliciousness.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or I call it
I feel
au
like I would say it's probably a sandwich that you'd have to eat now with like a fork and knife.
Yeah.
Because like if you're dipping it in like liquid goodness, like there's no way you're handling that thing. Like,
Another random work story. I frequently have customers ask where our O juice is at. Au jus, AUJUS. Hey, where's the O juice? O juice. I need some O juice. I'm like, that sounds gross, but aisle 2, right hand side. O juice. Oh, there you go again with the chicken wings. Chicken wings and soup.
That's not even a chicken wing.
If you haven't tasted, oh no, apparently it's chicken wing soup. What?
Oh, okay. What? So yeah. So basically, so chicken wing soup. I almost want to like compare it to like a super liquidy like chicken wing dip. So like
Okay,
I don't know
so
if
like
you
a
guys
buffalo
are familiar
chicken
with
dip or
chicken-
something.
Yes.
Okay.
So like, which like so. I'm sure there's probably like cream cheese in there somewhere. It's probably like more of like dairy based,
But it's a little more watery.
watery. Yep, it's watery,
Watery.
Water.
liquidy buffalo
Water.
chickeny goodness.
Damn water. Yeah, that looks like a pie or a sandwich on my screen. I can't see.
It looks like a sandwich and then a bowl of soup. And now that I know that it's not chicken wings served with soup, but in fact the chicken wings are the soup, that makes still no sense, but more sense than it did before.
Yeah, I'm like, huh?
Like, so what is it? Have you had this? Does it taste like buffalo chicken dip, but like watery or like what?
Yeah, like it's pretty much like I wouldn't say it was probably like like obviously it's like as spicy as you want to make it, but it's kind of basically, in my opinion, like that. Like it's just liquidy
Really
chicken wing dip.
watery.
But like I fuck with chicken wing dip. Like I love that's
Yeah.
like one of my favorite like party staple things to make. I do it a little different, but
Explain yourself. Go ahead. You do it
about how I
different.
make it differently?
What do you do? Come on.
So because we got to be unique and original here. So it's like I never do chicken in a can. So it's like I'm boiling that chicken. I usually typically do it in like chicken broth as well. So I don't
Just really quick, like, who the fuck uses chicken in a can? Like, what the fuck even is chicken in a can? Where does that come from? What part of the chicken is it? No. So props to you for that. Sorry.
Yes. No. Well, and that's the thing that like drives me a little bit of crazy because like as somebody who like enjoys baking and cooking and stuff like that, it's like I will never like cheat and use chicken in a can. I don't know. It's just like a peeve of mine. And it's like I can't imagine it being super like flavorful by any means. Like I don't know.
Chewy. Like imagine spam, but chicken.
Right. So I usually just like boil my chicken, typically in like chicken broth, so I still keep that like chickeny flavor.
What kind of chicken? What cut of chicken, I should say?
Oh, chicken breast. Yep. So chicken that. I do instead of like your Frank's Red Hot sauce, I'll do the Frank's Buffalo sauce, so it's a little milder, but not like
it's thicker too.
And then I'll add yes, which I like. And then I like to do like your cream cheese in there. I like to do black pepper ranch, and then I also like to use instead of like sharp cheddar cheese, I like to use taco cheese.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So it's like a little different. It gives a different. Yeah, and then I make it like meaty. Like some people make it like more liquidy, but I like it
meaty,
a little meatier.
Nothing like a good meaty dip.
Exactly.
You don't want it to taste like chicken. You want it to be chicken. No, I actually support that 100% because a lot of people are like, yeah, it's a buffalo chicken dip, and you're like, it's literally hot sauce and cheese. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Right.
No, I'm totally with that. I like that. Nice. I'm a fan.
It's a different taste too. I mean, like again, from your token Frank's Red Hot versus
Basic
switching
bitch.
at Buffalo using
Basic bitch shit.
Yeah.
I like
a
it.
different cheese. You know.
Nice. Yeah, I that's literally everything I found for you too. All your weird food. You guys didn't really have much. Like there was, and then there was like delicious buffalo foods you need to try. And of course, half the list was like this guy's chicken wings and that guy's chicken wings. I'm like, okay, is there anything on this list that's not chicken wings? And then like the beef sandwiches were on there, and like, okay, so nothing too weird. Congratulations, you have like even Detroit had more weird shit than you did. So
Right. But I'm surprised there wasn't some like token staples that weren't on there.
Okay, well then
So
you need to
like,
explain yourself because I'm curious because I couldn't find any other. That's literally I looked at 3 different lists and they all had the same shit on it.
yeah, basic bitch stuff. But so like chicken finger subs are a big thing.
Is it just literally what it sounds like?
It's basically what it sounds like. So it's like your chicken fingers on like, you know, a hoagie roll. Typically, I guess like really the fancy thing is like people will smother either ranch or blue cheese on there. But it's basically like a sub, a sandwich.
So basically,
you know what I mean?
what if we took an item from the kids' meal at like every restaurant ever and just made it into a sub, basically?
Yeah.
Basically, yes. And then the other thing that I'm surprised didn't make it on there is something we call like a garbage plate.
I've heard of that in different places.
Right. And it's probably just like how it sounds. So like typically it's either like a hot dog or a hamburger or cheeseburger or whatever the case. And then you pretty much just have like random side dishes. So it'll be like mac salad or like macaroni and cheese. And then they'll like smother a sauce on there. And it's just like a bunch of shit touching on a plate.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
And that's what I've seen.
Garbage plate, but
I'm trying to think. I want to say like I've seen some YouTube channels where they're like, yeah, it's a garbage plate, and it's really just a bunch of shit. Like it's just it looks like all right, we're cleaning out the fridge. We're eating all of the leftovers for dinner tonight.
Yeah. Good luck.
I think that actually is where it originated from, and so it was hilarious. I was watching one channel that was making and the problem was they were making all of the sides from scratch for a garbage plate, which seemed to make no fucking sense because I think that's literally it's like I think it was like restaurants started to do that or something to try to get rid of like all the extra macaroni salad and mac and cheese and whatever, just a little bit of everything, garbage plate stuff that should be in the garbage, but we're gonna eat it.
It's
right.
good for
I think
today.
it's like a token. It's like a token, like you're going out drinking. Let's hit up this food spot and just like pile a bunch of shit in your stomach. Like after drinking,
That
so
that adds up.
Solid.
That adds up. Nice. Okay, so that's still not that weird.
no,
that's still really not that weird.
Right. Like I've had more of the exotic, like, so I've like traveled to Puerto Rico before. So it's like more of like exotic foods of like I've seen come from there versus than like the basic stuff we have here. You know what I mean? So it's just like in comparison, I'm like, man, this is not going to be that wild.
No, you were right. When you were like, it's not going to be that wild. Like everybody's been like, I don't even know. Like, cause even Ashley was like, I don't think we have anything weird here. It's all normal to me. Then I started running through the list and she was like, what do you mean you don't have water ice? Like what? It was like, it was great. And there was, So, and then, Buffalo, just not that exciting, I guess. You guys have
Not impressive. It's like
a lot of
basic
chicken
food and
wings,
snow.
a lot of chicken wings and a fuck ton of snow. And that's basically it.
I do have a weird question. Is Buffalo a big sports city? A big sports town?
Yeah. So where I live is actually probably about like an hour away from Buffalo. But like as far as sports teams and stuff like that, like we rep hard, like Buffalo Bills, Buffalo Sabres, like people are so big into that. And it's like such a huge production over that stuff because it's like the stadium's right there. You know what I mean? So it's just like people, like even if our team suck, like people will rep them so hard. It's just it's kind of what we like people do.
I feel
Like
that with the
tailgating.
Eagles playing right now. I feel that because the list reminded me of a lot of food you would find at a tailgate,
Yes.
at a sports game. That's what that whole list reminded me of. Eagles country right now because they're essentially one win away from the Super Bowl. It's very big right now, and that's kind of all you're getting is all that comfort food. So that's what it reminds me of. It's just shit you would find grill bros
Yes.
Team.
It's like and I guess like people love jumping through tables. Like that's like our token
Oh, they do that here
Buffalonian.
too. They jump off shit.
Buffalonian.
It's like Buffalonians.
Buffalonians.
Hey, Buffalonians.
But I like where I live in the sense of like, so it's like I get Buffalo like an hour, so like an hour away. And then it's like I'm about an hour away from Pennsylvania too. So it's like that nice middle ground of being between the two states.
You got chicken wings, you got scrapple, you got fucking everything. You got your weird you got French fry salads have invaded. Damn. Best of all worlds. Some scrapple, a weird garbage plate with some salad and some French fries on the side. There you go.
Oh yeah. More than 3 things on the
really
plate.
good.
It's a salad.
More than 3 things makes a salad. Yeah, that's kind of
garbage salad.
That's the running joke around these parts. Mainly, Tim gets real mad because, like, Heather's part of the woods. They think that anything that's got 3 ingredients in it is considered a salad, no matter what. So we consistently torment Tim by trying to figure out things that are salads.
Just combine it. It's that chicken wing dip. It's chicken wing salad.
There you go.
Exactly.
It's a cold soup.
So poke bowl can be a salad.
I mean, I feel like technically it could.
You could say
Yeah.
that.
We put lettuce in mine. Maybe we'll do a poke bowl for dinner.
Oh, poke bowls. All right.
Okay. You gotta do your customer service voice.
My poke bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, now that your microphone is pointed correctly, it's really pops. Poke bowl.
Poke bowl. How about I'm facing the right direction and I'm not being an asshole trying to gargle my mic.
No, that's actually a common mistake a lot of people make with these kinds of microphones is they think, oh, Mike, you point it directly at your face, but like these are weird. You got to talk into the side of them because that's where the sensor is at. Well, it's not a sensor, it's a cardioid, but whatever. Fun
I'm
times.
looking at it because it's flat. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm like a beauty person. Look at me.
Yes, you are.
I did it. I did
The
it.
shade of eyebrows.
This is for your face. Can you see it? And they do that like 5 times.
That's a new idea for the YouTube channel. We're just gonna take over the world. You're gonna do a weird Jersey makeup stuff. Yeah. No. That wasn't even a well thought out idea. I apologize, but cool. All right. So, anybody else got anything interesting going on in life? How's your day been? How's your week been? Everybody's had a hell of a week.
It's been a rough week.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it. Everybody seems to have had a real just. It's Friday, and we're very much grateful for it. That's I think.
Yes.
Thank you, Jesus.
I don't know what hell happened. Everyone seemed to just not have a good one. It was just universal.
Oh, it was.
It's been kind of a collective thing, just talking to everybody, and it's just to varying degrees of just nonsense. Like just.
Bunch of bullshit.
I need a fucking vacation, man. I just need a fucking vacation. That's where
Me
I'm at.
too. Holy shit.
I think that's what it is. You know what I mean? Like the winter months. Well, especially because I mean, like we deal with like the snow and the cold, and like having to deal with like the winter blues, where it's like we need vacations.
It's annoying too, and like no offense to our Australian brethren, but like Tim's texting me today and he's like, yeah, it's like so fucking humid out there. I can't even stand to be outside. And like I'm driving home from work, then it's fucking like sleeting sideways, and there's like 6 inches of snow on the ground, and I'm like, yep. And I'm just like, I get it. They gotta have theirs too. But man, I'm not.
You have such a commute though.
Yeah, my commute.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, my commute's like 45 minutes, and so for me, it's like, thank God for all-wheel drive. I'm just like, wah! I just go, because it just, I'm that guy. Like I just get into the fast lane and just roll. I'm the guy doing the speed limit when it's like that. I'm not speeding. I'm not an asshole, but I mean, I am an asshole. But
It was like,
but yeah, my commute's
out of my
like.
jurisdiction.
It's like 45 minutes, and so for me, it's just like, all right, well, this is going to be great. And then people like, I live in Michigan, right? And so much like, the Buffalo area, like we get snow. Like it snows. Every winter it snows. And you get varying degrees of snow. You get an inch, you get 35 inches. It just, the weatherman says, hey, we're going to get 12 inches of snow tonight, and you end up getting nothing. Or the weatherman says, yeah, we're going to get a light dusting, and you wake up and it's like a fucking foot. It's all over the place. So you'd think that people would be used to it. It's not like Texas when they had that blizzard like 3 years ago. No, everybody freaks out. Everybody freaks out. Everybody still takes all the fucking milk and toilet paper off the shelves at the stores. Because, oh my God, it's going to snow and it's going to be a blizzard for like fucking, oh my God. Like, everybody freaks the fuck out. It's like, dude, it's going to be melted by tomorrow. So that still happens. And then people drive like it's unreal. Like, they put their fucking flashers on the freeway and go 15 miles an hour when there's like a light dusting and it's like salted so heavily that there's no snow on the road. It's like, dude, come on. These fucking people. Right. These people. I hate these people.
You have to drive like that. You shouldn't drive in the snow.
They're right.
Like, you just shouldn't drive at all.
Just stay home. Right. Do what Ashley does and DoorDash things from across the street. That's all you got to do. That's, you know what I mean? Everything's fine. Tip $20.
No, 100%. Though. It's just like, and again, it's like you're saying, it's like it's wintertime every year, you know you're going to get snow.
Right. Mm-hmm. And it's not like a freak, like I live in Florida and Florida got snow in the panhandle this year. Oh my God, we're not set up for it.
Right.
Right.
Every year.
So it's just like it's just amazing to see, you know what I mean?
Does that happen out your way too, where you guys get dumped with snow?
For us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Like even right now, the Man Panion's like plowing our driveway because
love it.
Yes.
Man Panion.
So we love the Man Panion. Which it's funny because I was like, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. Like go do whatever Man Panion things you want to do. So he was like, you sure you want to plow the driveway? Because he like, for some reason, I don't know what it is, and it's so stupid because it's like I just love so we plow with a 4-wheeler. So we just have like a little plow on it.
Oh yeah, whatever. So the fun way to shovel, yeah.
Yes, so it's like I love to do that. That is one of my favorite things to do. I love to mow the lawn, like because we have a 0 turn. So it's like let me just put my head.
Oh yeah, so you're just doing donuts in the grass. Yeah, I got you.
100%. Like, and that's like my vibe. Just leave me out there. Let me roll. See you in an hour. You know what I mean? And it's like probably the weirdest thing. Like as a not that like females do that, but it's like my Man Panion has it pretty easy. You know what I mean? Where it's just like just leave me out there. But no, we get like even lately we've had tons of snow and like even me going into work the other day, like it's just so like obviously my profession, we deal with like traffic and public safety. And so it's just like hearing all the cars off the road or people like who rolled over their cars and this, that. And it's just like, dude, we've been dealing with this for weeks or have had things like, it's like, how are you not prepared for your commute for our terrain here? Like, I just don't.
You've been dealing with this your entire life, and yet you act like it's twisted metal when you hit the freeway and there's 6 inches of snow on the ground.
Right. And like a lot of our area, like we do have some like state highways and stuff like that, which are typically like handled by our troopers. But it's like, dude, it's like, you're going to be driving through the hills with tons of snow here. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, be prepared. You live in the country. You probably should have a truck with good tires on it or whatever. It's just blows my mind sometimes when it's just like, this happened because you're being dumb, right? Like this is it.
What kills me is, so, I live in Michigan and like, we're the Motor City and all that shit. And like, so cars are made here. All cars are made like, within 20 minutes of here. Like, there's a good chance that, 5 minutes up the road there, that plant made the engine that's in your car right now. Like, cool. And so you get these people that are just like, oh yeah, Detroit pride. And like, so they'll buy like, oh, muscle cars. I'm going to buy a Mustang. Why the fuck would you buy a Mustang as your primary mode of fucking transportation when we're going to get snow in 6 months? And then you watch these assholes at the intersection just spinning because they tap the gas and it's rear wheel and all that torque just spinning. And it's like, I judge people silently. Actually, I judge them loudly, but the windows are up, so it doesn't count while I'm in my car on my commute, especially in the mornings. Like, somebody just taps the gas in, like, a fucking Mustang and just spinning around. I'm like, I just wait for him to go by, and then I drive right past him. All-wheel drive or bust.
Right. And springtime comes, and then your window's down, you're like, oh, shit, they heard me.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair,
I wouldn't care.
I mean, they can't hear you if the music's loud, right?
Yeah, there you go. Just crank the music.
Sometimes that's the thing. Yes.
I do this thing where if someone's driving like an idiot, I don't say like "fuck you" or "you fucking idiot." I just look at them and go, "You suck." That's all I say, and they're just. It's like I feel like that's more effective. Yeah, you're terrible. Because like if you say "oh fuck you," they're like "oh haha," it's like you suck, and you're like, maybe I do.
You are the
It's
worst.
like the politest way. Yeah,
You are the
literally
worst.
tells me.
You are the absolute worst, and then just move on.
You're terrible.
What is
Tell
our
your mother
phone
on
at?
you.
I love that. I got so many babies going on behind me. Can you hear
That's
them?
okay.
Aw,
I have a baby
Kinda.
here.
Oh, it's a cat.
Kitty.
I'm just like, wait,
Oh, he's
cat.
Yeah, shoot him.
I'm like,
They're up,
He-
they're up
I
on
th-
here, and I'll be doing this again.
I feel like he's that cat. He, she. What's the cat's name?
That one was a he. That was Donut.
Yeah. So I feel, did you
I have
name your
two.
cat after a game?
No,
You said Dota.
Donut.
Oh, I think
Yeah,
you said
Donut.
Dota. I was like, you are really balls deep into the gaming scene. Damn. That's my cat Dota, and the other one's name is Age of Empires. I was like,
no, my
shit.
dog's named after a video game character.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I didn't make that connection till just now, but that adds up. Okay, no, Donut makes a lot more sense. I was like, shit, man. I know you're really into Call of Duty, but holy crap.
No, I didn't name him. That was my son was the one who named him.
Okay,
You
that
gonna
adds
name
up.
your cat Newtown?
So I'm always partial. I've never done it, but I'm always like, I always think it would be hilarious to get like a cat or a dog and just name it like Steve, like just some normal person name, like not like a dog name, but like, yeah, this is Greg, like this is my dog Greg, like fuck it, you know what I mean? Like just like some normal name. Yeah, that's my cat Stacy, like just a normal like.
She's got it going on.
As a dog parent, so like one of my dogs' name is Austin. So sometimes like when I let him off his leash, he's just like hanging around the yard. Like I'll be like Austin, like shouting so loud. And I'm just like, thank God I kind of live in the country, but I'm like,
You sound like
when
that
my
crazy
neighbors are
mom.
outside, yeah, where I'm just like, Austin, get over here, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is kind of like I'm that.
Get your ass over here right
I'm
now!
the
You sound like you're insane.
Yeah,
Too.
exactly. Oh my
You're
God.
a kid. It's not like
It's funny you say that. Right.
Yeah, I just think I don't know why. I just like that kicked one day. I was just like, God, it'd be hilarious if you had like a pet that was just like, yeah, you're at the dog park and you're like, hey, what's going on, Phil? Come here, you having fun? Like, just yeah, your dog's name is just something.
Ralph.
Yeah, right. It's just,
Michelle.
I could see Ryan have like a bunch of rescue animals, and it's like Hank, Steve,
Bob.
Phil.
Billy.
Agnes.
Whatever.
I had my great aunt, like years and years ago. So for 30 years, she had a whole series of cats. As you do, like 30 years, you could probably have like 5 or 6 cats in that time, depending on how long you live for. And they lived in the country, whatever. And she had a series of probably 6 or so cats, and then they were all named George. Every single one of them. Cat would die, she'd get her new George, just every single time. Just like
New George.
Yep, new
Here,
yep.
new George.
And like they lived off of like a little highway, so like George got run over by a car. We got to get another George. It's like it's just their thing, and they just had a series of cats, like outdoor cats that would like live in their pole barn and shit, and they were all named George. That was the thing. All the Georges.
The resurrection of George.
Basically, yeah. Like it's kind of weird. Like now that I think about it too, every time a cat would die, oh, there's another George. I'm like,
Why does George look different? He's got different patches and shit. He's missing a leg. Fuck.
Well, it's like I think George Foreman named all of his kids George too. Like, so he had like 5 or 6 sons and daughters, and he named them all different variations of George. I'm like, dude, no.
No, the girl's named George, not Georgia. It's George.
Oh, it's literally just George.
They're all George, including the girl.
Ashley's
Yeah,
an-
I was like, oh, George.
Ashley's an
They're
expert
like, no,
on-
it's George.
It's not
Look, 'cause it's
Georgina
I
or
looked up.
something.
I was like, you can't name your daughter George. I looked up, no, her fucking name is George. I was like, God, poor child.
Ah, man.
I love that I brought up what I thought was
the
a
other one.
really random unknown fact, and you're like, no, it's George, 100%.
Oh, I know this one.
You're like, no, that's exactly what it is.
That's something I heard. It's stupid, and I looked it up, and now it's stuck in my head.
Yeah, Veronica always
stupid.
makes fun of me because like I just pull random shit out of my ass all the time, and she's just like my shtick was always she bitches at me for that too. God, shtick. You always say shtick. It's always your
I
shtick.
love that word.
I'm like, ugh. You can tell you've been together for a long time when you start making fun of each other for your weird little things. But her thing is always like, because she would just be like, how the fuck do you even know that? And I'd be like, I know a little bit about a lot of stuff. And now she'll do this thing where I'll just like spout off something, and she's like, how do you? Nope, fuck it, never mind. I know a little bit about a lot of stuff. I'm like, it's okay. Well, whatever. What do you want? I get it from my dad. But like, yeah, I know. I'm not.
I know things.
Yeah, I just know a lot of things. Like, it's just like I'm great at trivia because I can just pull shit out of my ass from like, oh yeah, that's filed back over here. Like, I don't know. It's just how it works. That's just how life works.
That's your shtick.
That's my shtick. Yes. She's gonna hear this now and be like, God damn it.
First it's the pizzas. Now it's this.
Yeah. Pizza. Yeah, pizzas are your shtick too. Pizzas are my shtick, kind of.
Lady V.
That's okay.
Lady V. Good old Tim.
I love that.
Tim loves that too. Tim loves that rather. She loves that too. She was like, I love Tim so much. That's the best thing ever. I'm like, yeah.
Well, it sounds so prestigious. You know what I mean? Like it just sounds so regal.
Right.
Like, I love that.
Royalty.
Lady V.
Lady V.
Yeah, it's very.
Come and serve her. Lady V.
I just like that everybody ended up with a nickname by default, and Ashley gave herself a nickname and didn't even realize it, and then she owned it and changed her name to Sauce. Yeah, join the Discord, and you can befriend Sauce,
Cracks me up.
who
every time.
occasionally is Bobby from King of the Hill.
I haven't done that in a while.
If you
Bobby.
if you haven't joined the Discord, you really need to. So FamilyStyleNetwork.com, you can go there. The Discord invite's there. It's like permanent 24/7. Click on it. It's good fun. It's stupid. We're ridiculous. We share really inappropriate memes. I'm surprised that Tim hasn't like made an NSFW like thread yet, because the previous Discord we were all still a part of, but we're a part of prior to, there was discussion about like, what if we just went off the rails? That'd be crazy, but we didn't want to piss off the owners of said Discord, so we never ended up doing that. Now we're in a different Discord as well, and I'm surprised that hasn't happened. I kind of want to just make that and put it there and just see what happens.
Oh gosh, he's gonna get ideas now.
I think where it's at is fine. I think we all know it's not safe for work at this point. I think we all know.
I mean, to be fair, yeah. Well, no, I don't want like Heather popping up a meme on her phone and Vinny's there and he's just like, what the, whoa, hey. Like, I don't want Heather to have an early birds and bees conversation because of the Discord server. I kind of would rather her have some.
No, no, so far he doesn't like peek over. I don't know if Ashley and Sarah read in the Discord, but that video clip of the me not watching Grease before, I told Vincent, I'm like, you have to watch this clip. It's hilarious. I went, there is an F-bomb in it, but it's hilarious. He's like, okay. And he watched it, and he was laughing at the Justin Gore face, and he loves Tim's accent. He's like, he sounds so cool. I'm like, yeah, he's from Australia. He's like, that is so funny. And then I've had another friend of mine watch the same clip, and my face at the end, she's like, that face looks a lot like yours. I'm like, yeah, that's because it is.
Totally. Yeah, I with every single clip, so like doing this, and I've kind of talked to Ashley about this a bit too. Like, I've done podcasting on and off for like over 10 years and just different variations and stuff.
Wow.
And with this entire thing, I've been doing, different stuff. Like with I never did clips before. When we would record the show, you'd put the show out, boom, done. And we like rarely ever even put out video episodes. And so with this, I've been trying different stuff. So if you look, every single clip's a little bit different. I'm using different techniques. The zoom in on the face, the stickers. The most recent clip has the goats. I thought that was a nice little touch. It's kind of a little transitional. So I'm trying different stuff with all of them. So all I can say is be careful what faces you make around me, because you may end up in a clip or as a sticker. Heather knows that one firsthand, as does Sarah. I gotta get those. I'm gonna get those stickers uploaded over to the other server now too, since they're just sitting at STF and can't be used anymore because the server's not boosted.
Boosted.
Damn.
Boosted.
No, I love this server. Like, I just, it's like, to me, so it's like typically some of you guys are up a little bit later than I am because I have the good old day job grind. You know what I mean? So it's like, I love waking up and like seeing Bobby's a thing. Like, I love waking up and like seeing the memes, like, and just being like, well, who the hell's this? And like when you guys all switched to King of the Hill characters, I was just like, who the hell are all these people right now? And just like, and I'm telling, like, I love it. Like, I'm just like, it just trips me out. Like, I just love the humor just because, like, you know, it gets me every time. I'm just like,
and that's my favorite thing too. And like now, especially now, like Tim invited all these Aussies in, and I love it because like there's conversations going on all night. And then in the morning, like I'll lay in bed, like I wake up early as shit in the morning. Like I'm waking up at like 4:30 in the morning, and I'll lay there and kind of just start catching up little by little. And like, you know, to some degrees, it's like, it depends. Like oh shit, Tim did some, you know, added a bunch of nonsense to the whatever, or it's like, oh, they were talking about this, or oh, look at these memes, or yeah, like, oh shit, Bobby's back. Like, yeah. So probably months ago, I don't even remember. Like at some point, Ashley just at random was just like, I'm Bobby now. And she like didn't say anything. She just changed her name to Bobby and then changed her Facebook profile picture to like a hyper zoomed in version of Bobby from King of the Hill's face. And like, just, it took us a while to figure it out, which is funny because we could have just looked at the list of people on the side and been like, oh, there it is. Yep. But it took us like a hot minute to figure it out. And then, Bobby's been out, and then Bobby comes back. And then there was another one too. I don't remember what it was.
Well, I mean, like, even think about when I switched from pants to like my real name or whatever. And everybody's just like, where'd pants go? Like,
well, and that's, you know, so yeah, and it's, we kind of, Tim mentioned last week that we would, you know, definitely work our way through, you know, explaining all the inside jokes. Hi, Bailey. My granddaughter, explaining all the inside jokes. One of the jokes was that, like, I think like 2 days into the Stoke the Fire Discord being live, Sarah was camping and she was like, I want to post a picture of a campfire. And it was like, awesome. And she posted it, and like all of us got varying degrees. Her signal was really bad because they were camping. And so her phone like kept connecting, disconnecting. Everybody got varying degrees of the picture. I got it quite literally, I think like 13 or 14 times, like spamming. So it looked like a bot. Like it looked like something like somebody infiltrated and was just spamming like, oh, campfires, woo! And it turned into this whole thing where like I had to make an announcement. I was like, hey guys, I think that I think it was Sarah Pants was the name then, or was it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I was like,
I think it yeah.
Or no, it was Pants 87. That was before we even knew the name. Yeah, I was like, hey guys, I think Pants 87 might be a bot, so I haven't banned him or anything yet. I'm just kind of looking into it, whatever. And then you were like, oh my God, I swear to God, it's not. Oh no. And if memory serves, you posted it like 300 times and then went to bed because it was later at night, and you woke up in the morning and you were like, oh no.
No, that was like, and it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like I'm fairly technologically savvy, like you know what I mean? And it's one of those things where it's just like, I was literally mortified, like mortified when you just like, when I saw it, I'm like, okay, it just like is once, because you had messaged me, and I'm just like, and you're like, no, I literally got it like 20 times. Like it was, and I was just like, you've got to be like, I'm just like,
so pissed. You were like, oh my God.
I was like, I literally almost got like banned for some like really dumb stuff. I'm like, and plus it's like I was like new to the group, so I wasn't like fully active, and I'm just like, this is how I go out, and it's so stupid because it's literally because of cell phone reception. I was like, forget it, I'm done this trip. Like I'm done touching my phone, not working. I'm like, if this is literally happening in this group, Lord only knows what's going to anybody else. If I'm trying to send anything out, I'm just like, I'm done.
No, it all worked out. It all worked out. We ended up with a great joke. So the joke is that Sarah's the resident robot. So hence the Robo Chef reference I made at the top of this. Because we also discovered she had a penchant for cooking, and she'll be doing some blogging for us that is cooking related. So she's the Robo Chef. Yeah. But yes, that is the story of the robot. That was it was like 2 or 3 days into it. It was like, yeah, you popped in like a day or two late, and like I just remember like, yeah, out by the fire, and it was like, oh cool, out by the fire. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And it just was like, and then like everybody got varying degrees of it. I think somebody was like, yeah, I got 6. I was like, I got literally like 15. Hey guys, looking into this, just a heads up. And I was like, really? We got bots this early? Because it was like 2 days in. I was like, there's already, wow, okay. So fresh. I was like, okay, well, you know, yeah. And then it ended up being,
just like waking up and saying I just like completely contaminated the server, which is nonsense. Like,
I think I deleted most of the posts, so it was good. In hindsight, I should have just left them there. No, that'd have been good. Oh, yeah, the server's good fun. You really need to join. If you haven't joined the community is really what started this entire thing. The community is really where all this came from and why this is even a thing. And just, we kind of talked about it, last episode as well, but our big thing is that, we all came together because of a different podcast, and a handful of us decided that, we wanted to have a more permanent home that wasn't dependent on any outside forces. So we didn't, we all still support that original podcast, I would argue, but we wanted a place that we could just kind of call our own and not have to worry about like getting too crazy and upsetting the people that own it. And, a place that we could invite other people to, like all of Tim's Australian friends, like they wouldn't be here. We wouldn't know them if it wasn't for this thing that we kind of put together. So I'm grateful for it.
Right.
The community's amazing, and it doesn't cost you anything. We're here, hop in. The only thing that we ask, that our main admin Tim asks, is don't be a cunt.
Don't be a cunt.
And that's in both the Australian like loosey goosey sense, and also just don't come in and act like an asshole. We're family here, so. But yeah, if you're not on the server, you need to join. I mean, we've got all sorts of stuff. We got a whole book chat. We got a video game chat. We've got movies and recipe sharing. That's usually just me and Sarah 90% of the time. Although it looks like Steph is probably going to jump in. She's sharing her little pokey recipe.
I saw that and I'm just like, okay, like I just like, again, as somebody who like loves to like cook and bake and like, especially like share stuff. So like other people can like enjoy it. Like I'm one of those people who's very much like, kind of like into like acts of service. So it's like, I love cooking and like seeing people experience that or baking and like letting them enjoy it. So it's just like, it's really nice to see people like cooking and doing that kind of stuff and like sharing it. Like, I mean, like as stupid it is, like I've tried your potato wedge recipe, which seems, it's like, it's basic, nothing super crazy, but I'm just like, no, it's going to be good with other potatoes. Like I've experienced it. Like it's, just being able to share
and
it.
I love it. And I love it. And you've got, there's a couple of stuff. I still have to try the breakfast casserole too. I haven't done that yet. Man, I gotta get to work.
Oh, good.
I gotta get
so
to
good.
work.
I feel like, again, I got to get that on the blog. So that way it's just like there out
and
for you guys. You know what I mean?
My recommendation for that, type it out and add a couple pictures, and then boom, you start sharing stuff out there, and then it's more people can enjoy. You can share it to Facebook. We blast it all over the place. Share it on your own Facebook. Next thing you know, people are like, "Hey, I didn't know you cooked." I get that all the time. Like, you cook, and I'm like, "Yeah." Oh, I didn't know. I'm like,
I eat.
Well, no, how you eat is you order Taco Bell for $35 and have it.
Okay, all right.
I'm sorry.
Occasionally.
It was payday.
Payday. I blew all the extra money on that.
I love that last time it's payday, so I got a little pokey with some spicy salmon. And this time you're just like, yeah, $35 a fucking Taco Bell sounds about right.
So much shit.
Hey, like I said, judgment free. My big thing lately, as far as shitty fast food, Burger King brought their BK stackers back, and it's basically just burgers with bacon, cheese, and various layers of meat. And so they've got one that's a quad stacker. It's got 4 layers of beef and cheese. Yeah.
Oof.
Oh yeah. You want to say fat?
Oh my goodness. See that, like, so I worked in fast food before.
Oh, I couldn't
and so
do
like.
It.
I'm sorry.
God, like, dude, I like it's an experience, which like in a way I'm thankful for it because like hell, dude, I learned some freaking patience like you would not believe, but it's just like one of the places was like Wendy's. So it's like, I'm sure you guys have heard of like the Baconators, and it's just like, you'd make a triple one of those and it's just like tons of bacon, tons of beef. And I'm just like, dude, heart attack. But it's like, let me get that large though with a Diet Coke. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. I couldn't. I can't say much. I'm in retail. I've been in retail almost like 20 years. But like, food is the one thing I'm like, I don't think I could do food.
I don't think I can do it ever again anymore.
I don't blame you. No, I don't know. People are dicks in customer service in general. It doesn't matter what it is. Food, I'd imagine, it's just got to be 100% worse.
Especially in like, I used to work for a local cable company here, and I was in the customer support, and just hearing people's stories and excuses, I'm just like, why did I come today?
Question.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my god.
One more question.
If memory serves, that was your first video too.
I think so.
Of the just one more question.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah. You know what? It might have been, and I think it was like one of those days where I'm just like, you
You
know
were
what?
just chilling and you were like, whatever.
I'm just like, you know what I mean? I feel like people need to know that this is like this happens,
Yeah.
and don't do it.
So this
Don't
thing
be that
happens.
guy.
This thing happened on the original Discord server where like it might have been Brandon had this like amazing, because on Discord you can't just share whatever, like there's file size restrictions and shit. And I think it might have been Brandon or somebody discovered that you could share videos as long as they were Snapchat videos, because Snapchat has like crazy compression. And then all of a sudden it was just like, oh, Snapchat videos with filters, and now that's a whole thing, and that's like half the stickers. So
The best filter ever.
Oh,
The best
it
filter.
so is.
the best filter ever.
And the fact that adds to the voice too.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's like,
that's
instead of getting this.
that's why it works. Because if it was, that's why it works. If it was just the face thing where it's like that would be funny, but it wouldn't be anywhere near as effective as, me raging out.
no,
The
you
customers
get
are still in my
serious.
store, or you going just one more question, and then you're gonna proceed to ask me another question. No, that's the whole thing, top to bottom. It's the whole effect.
See, I would work in customer service again if I could sound like that.
I can get
Like,
behind that.
Yeah, and like I wish like the people that called in be like, do you understand how ridiculous you sound? But in that voice, do you know how ridiculous you sound?
That was pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, always.
I support that. I want to hear that voice with the filter on.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh, so they're just bringing up a whole nother notch.
Yeah.
Let's
Try
love
that.
it.
Just a whole nother octave up. It's fine. Let's like go through the ceiling. I want to.
That's so funny because when I worked at the cable company, we were graded per se on our calls. Like you heard your voice back, you heard your calls back. It's like, wow, I sound so fucking god awful. Like, ugh. And funny story, the one night we're about ready to close shop and we thought about going to like Applebee's for like their half off appetizers or something. And my one friend's like, do they still do that? I don't know if they still do that or not. I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, we'll just call them up. And I'm like, I'm not going to fucking call. I've been on the phone all fucking day. Like, I hate talking to people on the phone. She's like, well, I'm not going to do it. And like, we're fighting on who was going to call Applebee's. And I was like, I will call, but I'm going to disguise my voice as an old man. And she's like, yeah, you won't do it. You won't do it. And I'm like, all right, I will. So I call up there and I'm trying so hard not to laugh. She's like, thank you for calling Applebee's. How can I help you? And I went, are you guys having your half off appetizers? And she went, I'm sorry. And I'm like, you guys have your half off appetizers? And she's like, yeah. And I went, can you read them?
Oh my gosh.
She reads off all the appetizers that they had, and I went, that's great. My wife likes the artichoke dip. I'll see you soon. And then we go up there, and
You
it's just
sound
me
like
and
a
this one
fucking
girl.
serial killer.
Yeah. So me and this girl go up, and like, we have fun or whatever. We had, dinner and stuff, and then she's like, you know what you should do? When you say goodbye, you should say goodbye in that voice. And I did. She's like, thank you for coming to Applebee's. Have a good night. I went, thanks, you too. She's just looking at me like, what the fuck?
That's not the voice I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, but that's not the voice I was expecting.
I don't have a suave customer service voice like Ashley.
Yeah, Ashley's is pretty dope.
It does. Like,
If you say so, I think it's just a voice.
it sucks.
It's just a soothing voice.
It's a soothing voice.
That's all it is. Just a soothing voice.
You should start doing ASMR videos. That's what it is. You should do some ASMR videos. Yeah.
I don't even know they like tap them. That's weird. I don't know what I would do.
So now you know how to point your microphone correctly. You could set it up and like do all sorts of like just working on.
You just make noise. That's
Yeah.
really it.
I saw a video once and it was like some female streamer that had this like Twitch stream that she did that was all ASMR, and she was like, all right, I'm going to go through it. I'm going to drink this beer really, really slowly. And then she started choking and like threw up everywhere. And it was like the least like ASMR thing ever. Because the last thing you want on ASMR is like really loud, nasty noises. I'll have to find that clip and send it into the Discord because my God. But yeah, it was just like, so I'm going to just go through and like trying to be all sultry and like ASMR-y. And I don't know what's the thing with that? Isn't it supposed to like just sound good and like, it's not supposed to be
I think it's like
erotic. It's supposed to just be like some people just really
Soothing.
like, yeah, like almost like, somebody scratching on you with like light nails that just feels good, and like it's supposed to like scratch some kind of itch or something. Yeah. And
Yeah.
like,
So I do love ASMR, and I listen to it to go to sleep. But it gives me like the body tingles. It's kind of hard to explain, but the noises and the sensory
I don't think
gives me.
I don't think it's crazy or anything. It's just like some people just really like it just hits. I don't know. It's one of those things. Yeah, no, I get that.
Depends on what it is. Depends on what it is. There's people I like and there's people I don't like. But I find it really interesting. I put it in my headphones and get like full body chills sometimes, or it makes you do certain things, how it goes through your brain and what they do. It all depends on that.
So what kind of stuff do you like watching? And this is like no judgment. Like, do you like, because you know how like some people like will like cut soap, so it's like you just see them cutting soap and you hear it falling. And then there's like other ones where it's like the hydraulic machine crushing shit. You know what I mean? Where so it's like there's so many good things out there. So it's like, what do you like?
It all depends. If I'm doing it just for like fun and enjoyment, I'll watch the squish and stuff and people doing weird shit, not like the cheese scraping or the soap, whatever. But if I'm just trying to relax, I like they call it personal attention. So someone's like talking to you while doing things to you. So they'll mimic brushing hair. It'll sound like someone's putting a comb through your hair, and they'll do. There's people who do makeup, like what's her name? Josie B, I think it is. She's really short hair. She's really curly. She's cute as a cute as a button. Not ASMR like. And she does a lot of personal attention and like makeup or like spa stuff. So it all kind of depends. I like the personal attention stuff, like someone pretending to brush my hair and it just does all the sounds. And she does layered sounds. So someone does it from one microphone, and then sometimes other people do what's called a layered sound, where they'll go back and as they're watching what they did, they'll do a second sound off camera. So they'll record it separately. So it looks like she's doing this and brushing your hair, and you think she's doing something, she's just playing with her hands back here. And then she'll go on, during the editing process, she'll take like the brush and push it against the microphone so it sounds like she's brushing her hair.
Ashley's bedroom has a 9.1.2 Dolby Digital surround sound system in it, and then she just hears it all the way around.
I wish. I tend to really like it. People do weird shit, and some people like will do ASMR but are loud about it. It all depends on the person and what they do. Like there's people I just don't like that have millions of followers, and I don't understand it because I don't get into it. And some people are different. So I have a lot of weird shit. This is on my feed.
How the fuck did we even get onto ASMR videos? Like I don't even remember how this even happened.
Well, I can change it real quick too, because my feed now on Instagram at 11 p.m. every night. I don't know what I did. I know I'm on the weird side of the internet and I'm on the dark side of the internet. I don't know what I stumbled upon, but 11 p.m. every night, all of my feeds, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, they all change to Illuminati. All of it. All of it. Conspiracy about the Illuminati, how to get into the Illuminati, what they're all doing. I'm like, what did I do?
One night you got really, really, really blazed and just were like, oh my God, man. And you went down the YouTube rabbit hole for just long enough to trigger literally every algorithm out there.
Yeah, like I was just like it changed at 11 p.m. The next video is literally Illuminati. I'm like, what did I do? Like I just like people watching fall and getting hurt. Like I find that funny. People breaking bones and sticking out. That's funny. What the fuck happened?
The answer to that question is probably located in the same place as the answer to the question of what did I do to get all those weird t-shirts?
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Very true.
Another inside joke background. So for whatever weird fucking reason, I get like t-shirt ads on Facebook. And like Facebook's supposed to do ads in theory, like they pretend like they don't, but it's like ads that are like they revolve around what you're supposed to be interested in. Like so what you browse online or what you're shopping for. I get these weird ass shirts, like with just like the first one was I felt like, I was like, somebody else has got to see this. So of course I share it with the Discord. That's the kind of stuff you get when you go over there. It was a shirt and it had a frog on it with a strawberry on it and it said cum dumpster. What does that mean? Who's this shirt for? What is the target audience? Why does this shirt exist?
You know who that's for.
Well, now I do. You fucking people. But like it turned into this whole thing. So now like one of our little Discord memes, I guess, or whatever, is every time I see another stupid shirt ad, there was that one. There was the dolphins and it says Jizz Junkie, which like, okay. The weird dog that somebody painted eyebrows on and it says Semen Demon. Like what the fuck is like what? I have explosive diarrhea and a boner. Like who are these shirts for? Like
I feel like those are perfect concert shirts.
I agree.
Perfect.
Some of them are.
Perfect.
That's all of us showing up wearing those shirts all at one time at a concert and just being like, yeah, what's up? What's going on? Oh.
They're just like you too. They look at the shirt and they're just like, oh, come nuts, they're you too.
You're my people.
Oh my God, we would attract the worst kind of people to this community if we wore those shirts in public. Oh man, that's
We're the best.
oh me
We're the
too.
best.
That's me too. What's yeah, what okay.
Just like the high fives.
One of
We just
us,
become
one
best
of
friends.
What's your number?
Friends.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
I still want a shirt with Justin Gore face on it, or Tim's face, or
We can make that happen. You can actually set up, and I've done it before. Maybe I'll set one up for Family Style. It's you can set up a merchandise store that uses whatever designs you upload, and they only make the merchandise when somebody orders it. So we could set it up so that
You could just buy it. No
Yeah.
profit on it.
yeah,
Just-
you just buy it.
I'll
and, yeah.
wear a shirt with my Kleenex hanging out of my nose. I mean, why the
Yeah,
fuck not?
I thought that was a pretty good one. I thought that was a pretty solid. You were just like, I
That
can't
was a
make any.
total vibe though.
Yeah. Well, and I tried to like blast it out and blow out the colors like it was like an 80s fucking VHS tape too. So it was all like distorted and shit. And you were just like,
I love
join
it.
the Discord. Join the Discord. Seriously, all of this could be your daily life. All of this that's happened so far tonight.
Love the
And,
sticker.
and no
Just
one's
be your life.
safe. No one's safe.
No one's
No.
safe.
Safe.
No,
Everyone's
safe.
involved. Doesn't matter. And
We
that's,
have
you know,
cookies.
we have cookies and sauce.
Just really cookies. Just
Oh my God, that is so the episode thumbnail. That fucking face.
just a
That is terrifying.
Like a-
My God,
like
that
a
with that
doll.
voice is awful.
Oh god.
we have sauce. Welcome to the Discord.
Oh my God, that is so the episode thumbnail. Jesus, we have sauce.
We have sauce. This is
Titty,
what
sau-
I
titty sauce.
city sauce. Reminds me of that movie that's coming out with that like doll girl. She's the who like tortures the girl. That tortures, but she tries to save the girl and she kills everyone around her. It's a horror flick,
Oh. So it
and
takes
she
place
looks
in my
like
basement.
a doll.
I
I don't. Does it take place?
It takes place in my basement.
Oh yeah, gotcha. Yeah. I told you Heather's gonna move one day,
Yeah, I want to
Just two
move one
girls.
day and like
and
not
we're
have
still
a
gonna.
basement.
Yeah, we're still gonna make. Yeah, Heather's got that house that's over. You know, whatever. Like, there's no basement. We're still gonna make fun of your weird basement.
Yeah, I'll live like in a tree house or something, and like
No, it'll be like you'll buy like 10 acres of
townhouse.
10 acres of land somewhere and you'll put like a prefab house on it. We'll still be like, Heather's weird basement. I don't even have a fucking basement. Like, yeah. Heather's living in an
We'll
Buy the
apartment.
house.
Heather's got
We'll
an
buy the
apartment
house
and we're just like,
for the
Heather's
podcast
basement. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Decorate the room as if it was my basement.
Yeah, if you ever move into like an apartment on like the third floor of somewhere and you have no basement, you just need a whole bedroom dedicated just to that. Just put a toilet in there or whatever. It doesn't even have to work because you don't use it anyway.
No, exactly.
It doesn't have to work. It'll be fine.
Like creepy wall paint and like wallpaper, and just put some shackle on it and just paint it gray and depressing and creepy.
Pittsburgh. You weirdos. You weirdos.
We are fucking
Strangely
weird.
enough, the Buffalo people, the Buffalonians, are the most normal, at least as far as food's concerned. God damn.
Yeah, the fuck, man. Especially from a robot
I know.
too.
I'm like, man, this is like so basic. Like I was just like not. I was like, there can't be that much, unfortunately.
Well, you said that when I initially pitched you. You were like, hey, so what am I going to have to, be ready to talk about? And I was like, oh, just weird foods and whatever. And you were just like, oh, God, what could there possibly be? And I was like, oh, just you wait. Everybody always says that. And then I'm looking through and I'm like, God damn it, there's nothing. Chicken wings. Cool. You guys have a whole bunch of different variations of buffalo chicken. That's what you got. You got dips and soups and you got chicken finger sandwiches and everything's there's chicken and everything except for the beef sandwiches. That's the only thing that doesn't have chicken in
and
it.
big ass pickles in their hot dogs.
The hot dogs typically are made with chicken, beef, and pork though, so chicken still counts. A.
Hey.
Hey,
Well, Cal eating food. All I do is watch sports and eat the food. It's cold out.
It's
That's,
that's got it.
all
That's it.
it's cold out. What's wrong with you? Oh, I love it.
Didn't see it coming, you know.
Oh, all right, guys. Well, we're coming up on almost an hour and a half, so I think we'll go ahead and call this
Holy
another
heck.
Wow. Damn,
time
didn't
warping
feel
here,
like
right?
it.
It's weird, you know. It just the Tim episode ended up being almost 2 hours long, and I was like, "Holy crap, dude!" And it just flies by. And this is you know, I gotta say too, you know, another part of the community thing. Been trying to explain this to people forever, and you know, it took me forever and a day to get people on camera like this. Even before we were doing the podcast, everybody was just like, "I don't really know. It's a bunch of people on the internet. I'm not sure." And it just, dude, it just works. Heather is the biggest proponent of like, I'm not doing it. Nope, don't want to. Now Heather's on a
Nope.
damn podcast. I posted, you know, it gets
Nope.
posted all over the place.
I still hate my voice. I even listened to the past episodes 20 times. I still hate my voice, but honestly, I love doing this. It's one of my favorite fucking things to do.
Yeah,
So
it's fun. And
Thumbs
then
up.
You know, you can listen back to it at your leisure and laugh your ass off, remembering all the stupid shit we talked about. That's why we do
Yes,
this. You know,
yes.
it's fun. But
yeah.
it was just, you know, for me, like, you know, everybody was just like, I don't know about that. But then, like, once you get on, it just flows. It's effortless. Now, granted, the four of us, yeah, we've been, you know, we know each other pretty well now at this point. But just even with new people, like, it just, you hop on and it just flows. Next thing you know, we start recording a podcast about whatever the fuck we want. And, like, you know, an hour and a half goes by and you're like, damn. So, love this community. Huge fan.
Me too.
Outside
Giant
perspective, it's really not that bad. It's really not that bad. Do a little nap roulette before you hop on.
I was
Everything's
impressed. You know, when
cool.
I got the message a good, like, 45 minutes before we were ready to go, I was like, okay, cool. We're heading in the right direction.
Just take a little nap. Guesstimate when you need to be up. You'll be fine. It's
Sarah,
okay. It's
Sarah's not going to do that thing where she wakes up from a nap and says, oh my God, I just had an awful dream. I missed a
You
bunch
were
of
her
classes and I missed the bus to school and everything else. And wait, I'm a 52-year-old man. Oh my God. that deep sleep where you're like, oh my, I still have weird, like, oh my God, I dropped out of college and shit dreams. It still happens. It's so weird. Like, I'm late for school. I don't, why? Life is weird. Being an adult is weird. Anyway.
It is.
Yeah, so that'll be that'll wrap up this episode, I guess. So yeah, join the Discord, FamilyStyleNetwork.com. You can head over there. We got the blog over there. We got JJ's reviews. He's currently reviewing whatever albums he's listening to, as well as the Last of Us TV series, which everybody's going absolutely crazy about. I haven't watched it yet, but according to his reviews, we all should be watching it. We got JJ reviews. We got the musings of our crazy Uncle Tim. Promise he's not as creepy as he sounds. It's just a moniker. And other good stuff coming down the pipe. Yes, tons of stickers. Sarah is going to be writing cooking-related blog posts at some point once she's got some ideas brewing there. So we'll get those rolling. I'll probably post some stuff at some point too. Ashley's going to start doing ASMR videos over on the YouTubes there. It's going to be great. And then Heather is going to do a historical series about all the things that are named after Pittsburgh. So the Pittsburgh toilet, the Pittsburgh platter, Pittsburgh salads. So you can look forward to all or some or none of those things, depending on whether or not you think I'm being a smartass. But anyways, yeah, FamilyStyleNetwork.com. That's where you find the website. We are on YouTube, Family Style Network on YouTube, on all the socials, all that jazz. And then got any ideas? Want to, pitch a podcast that you want to do, want to, jump into, some kind of blog posting, you want to do YouTube videos, FamilyStyleNetwork@gmail.com. Or if you want to be on this podcast and just talk to this group of people that you see here about whatever, and then have to explain your terrible food choices unless you're from Buffalo, because they're kind of okay.
Nothing.
Yeah, there's literally nothing going on. FamilyStyleNetwork@gmail.com is where you can send all that to. But otherwise, yeah. My granddaughter is currently losing privileges, so I guess that's time to wrap up and get some dinner rolling.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yikes. Oh, I am Brian, and I'm sitting in with Ashley.
Hello.
Heather.
Or goodbye.
That's
Oh.
I'm gonna make that into a GIF.
There's like so many good outros. Like,
I know, right?
I don't know what to do.
And the resident robot Buffalonian. I love the little rascals.
You know what I mean?
Sarah.
Just taking it old school.
All right. Well, stay classy and don't do anything we wouldn't do, or do and share it with us on the Discord.